If whatever you're putting out in the world is meaningful, it's adding value to the people that you serve, it won't matter if you have the people that I follow. They're incredible business people. And what I absolutely love is the fact that they are so willing to fail forward. I'm not necessarily going to go out there and start dancing on TikTok because I know, for one, that is not me. And I know, number two, that that's not going to resonate. Just because somebody is trying something and it seems to be working for them, you don't have to necessarily fail at it to know that it might not be the right thing for you. A different instance could be, welcome to the Disruptionist, where the status quo has no seat at the table. I'm Jess Singh, and this is your invitation to join the movement of game-changing, boundary-pushing strategies that will take your marketing, branding, and customer journey to the next level. Let's get disruptive. Today, I want to talk about something that, doesn't really necessarily make sense when you first hear it, but it's the concept of failing forward. So what does that mean? It's basically talking about the things that we need to do and learn from every day in order to get better. As an entrepreneur, this is actually one of our secret weapons. When we first start out, we need to start thinking about not getting perfection right away, but just about doing something and learning from it. So I myself am a lifelong learner. I do not see failure wherever I go. I just see lessons. For me, I would rather put out a piece of copy and it actually not have very many, visitors or views, and then look at that, not because I'm not good enough, but look at it and go, where did I go wrong, right? So this is actually a skill that we as entrepreneurs all need to be able to build. So one of the ways that we can continuously be striving for improvement and not failing is basically by going out there and learning from people who are already doing it and doing it well. Just because somebody is trying something and it seems to be working for them, you don't have to necessarily fail at it to know that it might not be the right thing for you. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm not necessarily going to go out there and start dancing on TikTok because I know, for one, that that is not me. And I know, number two, that that's not going to resonate with you. But a different instance could be maybe this podcast. I can go back and have a look at the episodes which are clearly making waves, where I'm getting engagement, where people are asking questions, where maybe it's being shared. And I can see that, we're on the right track. But then the bigger lesson is actually going back to the ones where no one's clicking or no one's really interacting with, and having a look and reflecting at maybe why it's not working. So this is the process of failing forward. We're just continuing to learn. Being an entrepreneur requires a level of risk, right? You need to have a bit of a risk appetite. But imagine if you had a fear of risk and it actually stopped you from going out there and actually learning. I think for most of us, we would rather step out there, try something, pull it back if we need to, than not try at all. That is just another way of failing forward. I'm going to draw your attention to some of those companies out there that we've all seen and that we've all experienced. Has there ever been a company, like maybe it's your accountant, maybe it's the little bakery down the road, that once upon a time was the place to go and actually provided you with the service that you needed, but they were so afraid to step outside of their comfort zone that they've actually not kept up with what the public wants. I know for me, I'm attracted to cafes that come across with a beautiful environment, are branded nicely. They're actually creating an experience for me. I don't like those little Aussie bakeries, the good old ones that we used to have back in the day. It just doesn't sort of suit me and my needs anymore. If that business owner, instead of being fearful of change, if that particular business owner actually tried something different, they might be surprised and they might actually start bringing in new customers, new sales. That's just one example. The people that I follow, they're incredible business people. And what I absolutely love is the fact that they are so willing to fail forward. An example is one of my own business coaches. He is one of the world's most renowned business and wealth coaches out there in the market at the moment. This man will literally sell you something on stage and make it up on the fly as he goes. He's not afraid for it to be, missing the mark. Because you know what he will do? He will continue to build and iterate because he knows essentially what his audience wanted. This man was able to sell an experience with two celebrities that are based in Dubai by surprising them on stage and getting the audience to put their hands up to say, would they like an experience like this? Literally 80% of the hands went up in New York out of an audience of 800 people who said, yes, I'm in. This coach did not care that he hadn't thought the logistics through. He did not care that he'd sprung it on these two celebrities. The celebrities were bought in by the huge they bought into it because of the huge, crowd saying, yes, we're in, we want to do this. That's amazing. Imagine if this man didn't have the balls, I suppose, to want to fail forward. The thing is, it was not a failure at all. And if you just sit there and you prevent yourself from even trying, just imagine what you're missing out on. In this particular case, the experience was so unique. 30 people from that audience ended up going to this fantastic experience in Dubai. It generated so much content, social media, positive buzz for his brand, positive buzz for their brands. It was able to share these celebrities to new audiences. Like, it just has huge ramifications. So what's the lesson here? The lesson here is don't be afraid. Just try something. Take one small step. Get the feedback and then change it or move it or do whatever you need to. Because at the end of the day, if whatever you're putting out in the world is meaningful, it's adding value to the people that you serve, it won't matter if you have to change the date or the name or how it's presented or how long it goes for. They are going to be people who will stand behind you because they've bought into you, not just some random idea that you're putting out there. Guys, come on. I'm asking you to join me and kick failure in the butt and basically start focusing on just the forward. Let's keep moving forward, irrespective of, tiny little mistakes, with a mission to just iterate and get better and better and better and serve the people that we were meant to serve. Thanks for joining me on The Disruptionists. If this episode sparked new ideas or challenged your thinking, I'd love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe to your favorite platform to catch every disruptive insight. For more behind-the-scenes content and to connect with like-minded disruptors, follow me at It's Jess Singh across all social platforms. And remember, stay disruptive.